Final day of practice, wrapping it up here at Beaver Lake. We saved the best for last. I say that because the game I play with these now is when one guy that I interview throws another guy under the bus, so to speak, I interview that guy, and Stetson told us that you would be the guy to look out for here. So that's why I came to find you, mainly because this lake, a couple years with the Alabama rig, has reigned supreme, but I know you like the little single swim bait deal, and that's what we're checking on to see if that's going to set up for Scott Suggs this week.
You know, I've tried it this week. Like, you know, we had probably the biggest shad kill we've ever had on this lake. It ended about 3 weeks ago, and these fish I think are just so bloated. You know, I mean, they're just so full. They're wanting to go in. They're just sitting there. I think they're in a real foul mood. Fishing is nowhere near as good as what I thought it was going to be this week. I've got out there and tried the single swim bait deal, and I hadn't got it to work the way I want it to, but it'll probably be my third stop. I'll be doing that during the tournament. I mean, I have been bid on it. It just hadn't been great. It hadn't been what I really expected, but I just, you know, this tournament's really going to be tough. Here it is, April. We're still wearing Gore-Tex suits. I wore a goose down coat under mine today. I've worn it for 3 days, and these fish are wanting to spawn. I mean, they're huge. They're big around. You know, they're full of eggs. They're ready to spawn. They're ready to do it, and they know it's time. But Mother Nature's not letting them do it, and they are in a bad mood.
I tell you, the first day we got here was somewhat warm, but it's ever since we've gotten here, it's gotten colder and colder and windier, and I have people tell me that's why this time of year on this lake you can just throw practice out, because it just changes so fast, so drastically. You throw in a day off, anything can happen, and it's like starting from scratch on day one.
Well, not only that, you know, just like last year, here we are exactly, I'm almost positive the same week we were here last year. And these fish were probably, I'm going to say, at least 2 weeks along of what they are right now. And that tells you how cold of a winter we've had. It tells you how bad these fronts is really. I mean, it's just been front after front after front. And that's another thing I'm worried about the first day of the tournament. Here we are, we had a big front blow through today, a lot of thunder and lightning and storms, and you know, tomorrow's going to be a sunny day. The next day is going to be a sunny day, but it's always on Ozark Lakes, the dreadful second day behind the front. So hopefully it'll play out, but you know, the way fishing is, and maybe it's something like that we need. You know, if we can get a good south wind, which I think we're going to have a real strong south wind during the tournament, but something to start turning this water over, getting temperatures up and warming it up a little bit. If you can make it to the final 2 days, I think you're going to see a big difference by the time the weekend gets here.
How quick will these fish go on bed? I mean, we're looking at water temperatures now that are 49, 50, but like you said, these fish are ready to go. 2 days of sunshine, 3 days of sunshine. In the finals, could there be some on beds?
No, they won't be on beds yet. The water temperature, just nearly everywhere you go on the lake, is 52. I've seen 51 to 54. Today I saw 54 this afternoon. It's the warmest water I've seen since I've been here. So that water's not going to warm that fast. You know, that's going to be surface temp warming. Down deep, still not going to be that warm. I say we're going to miss it by a full week.
By a full week, the spawn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this will be a strictly pre-spawn deal.
The whole tournament will be totally pre-spawn.
Which I would have to think you like.
Well, I do like it. I mean, I love it. But, you know, and that's another thing. Like I said, any minute their attitude could change, and we're liable to go through. I've seen it happen here before. We're liable to go through an awful practice and then just bust them during the Derby, you know, and it could happen this week.
Give me a day one weight you think will be leading here on day one.
I'm going to have to say around 16.5 pounds. I think I'll be leading.
Sounds good. Sounds good. There you have it from Scott. You see him smile when I talked about pre-spawn bass there? Scott Suggs going to have a good week here at Beaver Lake.